What if I told you that right now, at this very moment, your fear of judgment is stealing your happiness, sabotaging your relationships, and holding you back from becoming who you're meant to be? That every time you bite your tongue instead of speaking your truth, every time you change your outfit 5 times before leaving the house, every time you don't apply for that dream job because someone might think I'm not qualified, you're letting invisible prison bars grow stronger around your life? And what if I told you the ancient Stoics, men who faced exile, war, and betrayal, discovered a way to shatter those bars forever, and today, you're going to learn their secrets? Right now, before we go any further, I need you to do 3 things. First, smash that like button. Let's see how many people are tired of living in this prison. Second, hit subscribe because what comes next will change how you move through the world. And third, this is crucial, turn on notifications because we're about to drop truth bombs that will shake the foundation of how you see yourself. Ready? Let's destroy this mental prison together. Picture this, you're sitting with your phone in hand, about to post that thought you really believe in. Your finger hovers over the post button. Then it happens, that familiar tightness in your chest. What if people think I'm weird? What if no one likes it? So you delete it. Again. Meanwhile, across town, someone else posts their raw, unfiltered thoughts, and people love it. They get opportunities. They build confidence. They live freely. While you stay small. Safe. Trapped. Here's what nobody tells you, that fear isn't protecting you, it's robbing you. Every deleted post, every unsaid idea, every stifled dream is another brick in the prison walls around your potential. The Stoics faced this exact struggle 2,000 years ago, but they cracked the code. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the Roman Empire, would write in his private journal at night, "It never ceases to amaze me, we all say we love ourselves, yet we value the opinions of complete strangers more than our own self-respect." Think about that for a second. The Emperor of Rome, a man who could have anything, who commanded armies, still had to remind himself not to care what others thought. Why? Because this isn't about status or power. This is about being human. But here's the difference, he didn't just notice this trap. He escaped it. And today, you're going to learn exactly how. Let's start with something so simple it's almost embarrassing, but it works. That person who might be judging you right now? The one whose opinion is making you second-guess yourself? In 99% of cases, you'll never see them again after today. The barista who might have thought your coffee order was basic. The random person in the elevator who glanced at your shoes. The coworker who might have smirked when you spoke up in the meeting. Here's a brutal truth, they've already forgotten about you. They're too busy worrying about what people think of them to remember what they thought of you. Try this Stoic exercise starting today. Every time you feel that familiar fear creeping in, ask out loud, will this person's opinion matter in my life 1 year from now? If the answer is no, and it almost always is, physically shake your head no and let it go. This isn't just philosophy. This is rewiring your brain for freedom. Now, let's go deeper, to a place most people are afraid to look. One day, you will die. Everyone who's ever judged you will die too. All their opinions, their snide comments, their silent judgments, gone. Forever. The Stoics called this practice memento mori, remember death. It sounds dark, but it's actually the most liberating realization you can have. Epictetus, who was born a slave and became one of history's greatest teachers, put it bluntly, you're afraid of judgment from people who won't even be remembered in 100 years? You're letting ghosts dictate your life. When you truly grasp how insignificant these moments of judgment are in the grand timeline of your existence, their power over you doesn't just weaken, it evaporates. But here's where most people get stuck, knowing this intellectually isn't enough. You have to train your mind like a muscle. Every time you waste mental energy worrying what someone thinks, you're not just having a thought, you're paying a tax. A stress tax. An anxiety tax. A self-doubt tax. The Stoics would look at this and ask, is their opinion paying your bills? Is it making you healthier? Happier? More fulfilled? If not, and it never is, then why are you paying the tax? Starting right now, when that fear arises, imagine slamming a door in its face. No entry. Not today. Try this powerful exercise today. Stand in front of a mirror, look yourself dead in the eye, and ask, who do I choose to be? Someone ruled by the fleeting opinions of others, or someone who stands unshakable in their own truth? Marcus Aurelius did this every single morning while running the Roman Empire. He'd remind himself, today I answer only to my principles, not to people's opinions. That's how he led a superpower. That's how you'll lead your life. Now, let's get uncomfortable, because that's where growth happens. Today, I want you to do something small but terrifying. Seek out tiny, harmless rejections. Wear one bright red sock and one bright green sock to the grocery store. Sing your favorite song quietly, but audibly, while walking down the street. Dance for exactly 15 seconds in a public park. Here's what you'll discover. First, almost no one will notice. Second, the few who do will forget in seconds. Third, and most importantly, you'll prove to yourself that judgment doesn't actually hurt. It's the fear of judgment that hurts. And you can overcome that fear by facing it, one small act at a time. Here's another secret the Stoics understood: the less you chase approval, the more genuine respect you attract. Seneca, who was one of the wealthiest and most influential men in Rome, wrote, "We suffer more in our imagination than in reality." The judgment you fear exists mostly between your own ears. When you stop feeding that fear, when you stop reacting to imagined opinions, something miraculous happens. People start responding to the real you. And the real you is so much more interesting than the carefully constructed version you've been protecting. But this isn't just about ignoring others. That's just step one. The real magic happens when you build something unbreakable inside yourself. The Stoics didn't just avoid caring about opinions, they became immune to them. How? By pouring all their focus into what they could control: their actions, their values, their continuous growth. Everything else, all the noise, all the opinions, all the judgments, they treated like weather. Sometimes sunny, sometimes stormy, but never personal, and never worth changing course over. So here's your challenge starting right now. For the next 24 hours, every single time you feel that familiar fear creeping in, that hesitation, that self-doubt, that worry about what they might think, I want you to ask this razor-sharp question: is this thought serving me? If the answer is no, and it will be, immediately replace it with this question: what would I do right now if I were completely free? Then, and this is crucial, do that thing. Not tomorrow. Not when you feel ready. Right now. Because freedom isn't something you wait for, it's something you practice. So I'll leave you with this final question: will you keep letting strangers live rent-free in your mind, dictating your choices, shrinking your potential? Or will you finally stand up, walk straight through those imaginary prison walls, and claim the bold, unapologetic life you were meant to live? The choice isn't coming someday. It's right here. Right now. If you're ready to stop caring and start living, prove it. Hit like right now so we can see how many people are breaking free today. Subscribe if you want more of this unfiltered truth. And share this with someone who's still trapped, because freedom is only real when it's shared. The world doesn't need another people pleaser. It needs the real you, unedited, unafraid, and finally free. Let's go.